Alright, there we go. Not gonna lie, I don't know who to join. I need an invite. One second. Bit of a delay. Can't get in the lobby. I think they've already started qualifying, but so we might miss the first flying lap or two, but it's just the last one that really matters. Actually, wait, because it'll be full qualifying, won't it? I don't think we'll miss the end of Q1, so we'll be able to see who goes out and how. It's not too big of a stress, but obviously a bit of an annoyance. There we go, finally got an invite. Spectator. Saudi Arabia, this is going to be an interesting race. Let's watch Max Colton perfectly as he begins his first lap of qualifying. He put in a pretty good performance last time out, so in the practice race. Looked pretty clean through the S's, 32-1 in the first sector. Shows purple on the track map. Whether that's accurate we'll soon find out. Keeping it nice on the line next to the walls. Looks a pretty clean lap so far for Max. And again, pushing the limits of his McLaren yet. And it's only his first lap. Maybe a bit too much curve for what he would have liked, but it was good rotation mid-corner. Good exit onto the back straight. Clean exit as well. He's going to hug the inside line yet. Up to the line. Max with a 1:27.3. Only person to set a lap so far. Behind him he's got Tobes Jugs in his Mercedes, and the McLaren teammate just ahead of that. His McLaren teammate beats him with a 27.2. Tobes Jugs just slower by 300ths. Good lap from them three. Who's going to be next across the line? Looks like a Williams of Ratty. What can Ratty do? 27.5, he goes P4. Bolt 36.3, he backed out. He's on the mediums, he's going to go for another lap. Who's going to cross the line next? Josh B's just beginning his lap. Fury is on intermediates, so he's just testing out setups. Who's next? You know what? We're going to go on board with the man himself, Reese Brooks. Actually, I'll put myself in an Xbox party. Josh has crashed on his lap in the Ferrari. That's just happened in this corner, upcoming for Reese. Oh, he's lost the car there, Josh, and put it straight in the wall. Not what he would have wanted in his first race of the season. Reese bit all over the place through the S's, doesn't look so comfortable in that car. Yellow flags may have put him off a bit of traffic there as well. Wasn't really in the way. Wider line for Reese, he's going to be really close to the wall on his exit. Nicely done through there. We've got another yellow flag. We've got a spinner at the bank hairpin. So Reese, apart from the first sector, he's looking pretty good yet. Don't want to jinx him though as he comes flying through the final chicane. Purple middle sector, and I'd say that's pretty accurate because it's looked good for the Haas. 207 miles per hour, down the back straight. Here he goes, and nicely done through the final corner. He doesn't hug the inside line as much as others. Will it make too much of a difference? He just sets a 27.6, puts him P7. Not as good of a lap as I thought it would have been after that really good middle sector. Anyone else on a lap? Got Mippy, I think he's backed out. Is Danny on a lap? Danny might be. No, Danny's going to pull into the pits. He's backed out. Furious is going to be in the pits. I think we got a slight breather for now. Never mind, Deffy's pushing. Finally found a car. Deffy currently in P1, I didn't see that. He sets a 27.6. 6/10 clear of anyone. An amazing first lap for him, and he's already looking for improvements. Never mind, into the pit. Mipio has begun a lap then. We'll go on board with the Aston Martin. Ooh, clips the wall, lost the rear there. Not what he would have wanted, definitely a big time loss there. But it looks pretty nice through the rest of that sector. Nice and clean, maybe a bit too much of a curb, but he's going to get a good run. Only 200s down on his last time. Good exit there, hugs it really tight to the inside walls, using all the track possible. Pretty decent exit again onto the DRS straight as we come to the end of sector 2 now. Got a Mercedes in his way. Mercedes gets right out of the way, but it does put him off a bit. Not the best of chicanes. Around the final corner then for Mipio. Is he going to improve? He's not. He's going to pull into the pit lane. Definitely lost some time in the chicane. Not what he would have wanted. So Semi coming at the end of his lap. Never mind, in pits again. 53.2, I believe that's because the Mercedes backed out, but he is going to be on a lap now. I didn't see Semi's put it P2 actually. Did Semi stay out? King Cobra's just lost his wing. Well, Semi did set a lap, sorry. I thought he was going to back out. He just really hugged that inside line. Put it P2, fair play to him, good lap. But still definitely 4/10 clear on his Alfa Romeo. Looking much faster than anyone so far. Whether that's going to change, I guess we'll see, but majority of the top 10 now going to stay in the pits. Zappi in his Mercedes sets a purple sector 1. Definitely recovering after must have made a mistake on his first lap as he backed out. But it's looking pretty nice for him. The car's sticking. Through we go, down to the end of sector 2. Not purple, but he's 18 seconds up. Not that that really means anything. Jonas has retired where? Just in the middle of the track and left. Hasn't set a lap. Round the final corner, that looked pretty nice. Clean exit as well. There you go, he's going to bomb it down the final straight, hug it really tight. 27.5 puts him P8. That should see him through. Thunder doing a lap on medium. Shadows just went and put a P10. But Thunder hasn't set a lap yet, and with time running out, he's really confident going out on mediums. Let's see it on board. It does look clean, to be fair. Looking rapid on the mediums is Thunder. May make me eat my words. I think that's the same. Nicely weaved through that little back and forth sector on the exit. Bit of a collision with the outside wall there, but doesn't make too much of a difference. Coming up to the end of sector 2 now. 1 minute gone so far. A little bit too much curb. You saw the car sort of want to lose it there, but he's held the grip. Down the final straight now. Well, into the final corner. He's going to take a wider line to carry more speed through the corner. That's going to give him a much better exit as he comes up to the line. What's it going to be for Thunder? It's going to be P6 with a 27.3 on mediums. What a lap from Thunder. He's going to be next, I think. Furious is waiting at the back. He's not going to be on a lap. I think it is going to be Ethan in his Williams. He's 6/10 up on his lap. On the soft tyre. Giving it absolutely everything as we come to the end of Q1. Didn't quite see who just set a lap there. There we go, Ethan up to the line, 28.0, only P13 for him. With Furious definitely looking to improve. King Cobra and Beto set laps. Ethan could be in danger here. I can't see how long's left of the session at 9. Furious 2 seconds faster. Purple sector 1 for him. And he's hugging the walls beautifully. Oh, bit wide, he's going to lose a lot of speed on exit there, so he had to slow the car down and make sure he doesn't invalidate. Not the turning he would have liked, but still looks pretty clean. Being nice and tight to the walls down the straight. It's purple again for Furious, 3.2 seconds up on his lap now. Into the final sector we go. Absolutely flying down the back straight. Takes a bit of a tighter line through the final sector. Again, gonna hug this inside pit lane line. It's a 27.1 P4 for Furious. Great lap from him. Ethan is out again. I think he's on a lap. So we'll see if he can improve. I don't think he's going to. Might just, he is indeed going to come in the pits. I can't see how long's left because of yellow flags. Cobra's on a lap here. Looks much cleaner than last time. Last time we seen him go through that sector, he was round and didn't have a front wing. 32.5 for him. Believe so. Ratty 2.5 tenths on his lap. He's about to come to the end of his lap. What's it gonna be? Up to the line, 27.2. That's P5 for Ratty. That should see him through. Gonna jump back to King Cobra as he comes to the end of the middle sector to 101.5. That's 1.5 seconds slower than some of the laps that I've seen today. Not a very good lap for Cobra as he's in the drop zone. Gonna need a mega final sector if he wants to be safe for Q2. 4th gear through the final corner. Not gonna get as good of an exit as he would have liked. Up to the line, he's just gonna come into the pits. He didn't feel it was a good enough lap for him. I can't see how long's left. Beto's yet to even leave the pit lane. Not a fan of that. I don't know if you can't have a qualifying ban for the first race, sure you? Reese is back a lap. He's gone purple first sector. The tracks seems to be getting faster through the first sector. A lot of the cars going purple. Reese, not the best line we've seen today, but it's going to stick for him. As he comes now down to the end of the final sector. DRS now wide open on the Haas. 1 minute 01. I think that was nearly 4 tenths up on his lap. Into the final sector we go. Reese absolutely flying in his Haas. There we go, through the final sector. Pretty tidy exit. DRS open for the 3rd time this lap. 27.1, season P5. That should see him through to Q2. We've got 2 minutes left. Finally get to see how long's left of the session. And cars within that bottom 10 region are seriously going to have to get out, set better laps. As again, you can see Bolt, fastest first sector. The track's getting faster. Cars even in the top 10 as well might want to start getting out, because Honda, who set a great laps, only P9, and with the back 10 all out setting faster laps, he wants to be a bit worried. Bolt then coming to the end of his middle sector, faster than Reese. He's up 8 tenths on his lap. Bolt, this could be a mega lap if he makes it stick. Ratty has retired on his out lap going into the banked hairpin. I don't know how he's done that. Oh, he's manually retired, sorry, so he's confident that he's made it through. Here we go then, Bolt up to the line. What's it going to be? 27.1, that's P5. Furious manually retires. Who else is on laps? Mipio's beginning the lap. What's just happened? Someone's just improved, but I don't see where. Podstrokes manually retired himself as well. Beto is finally out of the pits. So it's going to be Beto's one and only lap. Bolt and Reese come in the pits. Mipio then 2 tenths down, P10. Zappy's beginning the lap too. He's going to be first across the line. Do you know what? Going on an out lap with the one and only Beto Express, my absolute hero. No pressure, mate, but I want to see you do well. With him not going for any provisional laps, he's not going to have as much practice and use to the track temps. As you can see him going a bit wide through that corner, but he's made it stick through the first sector. Bit too much curb, he's had to slow right down, and again, way too much curb for Beto. Only a 32.3 in the first sector. See what he can extract through the final 2 sectors. He's going to need pretty mega lap, considering he hasn't set one at all. Well, actually, I think he's only got to get P16. 28.6 definitely doable with that first sector. Let's see what he does in the middle. Will we see Beto go purple? We're not. 1 minute 0.4. Not bad. He's keeping up with some of the leaders, especially Bolt. He's only about 3/10 behind Bolt going in the final sector. They should see him clear. Into the final corner we go, a bit wide. Hopefully that gives him a better exit. Thought he's going to go in the pits there. He scared me, Beetle. Up to the line. 27.5, only P12. What's going to happen here then? Who else is crossing the line? Danny only goes P16. He's in the danger zone. I think that's actually Danny out of the session. Who's next across the line? It'll be Cobra. Cobra's next across the line. Will Tobstrugs get eliminated in his Mercedes? Everyone else completely safe. There's not enough cars to knock them out. Cobra up to the line. P10, that's it. Walt. Oh, sorry, it's Walt out. How's Tobstrugs gone faster? Shadow Pits. So Tobstrugs will not be. Wait, what? Why is Tobstrugs still 15th? I'm so confused. Oh, 27.3. Oh, he's glitched. He's like all the way up in P10. Oh, there was a glitch. So it's Ethan in his Williams, Danny in the Alfa Romeo, Shadow in his Alpine, and a retiring Josh and Jonas in their Ferrari and Red Bulls respectively out in Q1. Deffy, well, he only ended about a 10th quicker, but him and Encity are absolutely clear of everyone else so far in Q1. Whether they can keep that pace up or whether the rest of the grid can close up, we'll see with 2 more sessions to go. I don't know why Tobstrugs was so glitched though. I knew someone had definitely improved. It's just a bit weird that it said he retired. Because that is him on track just ahead, I think. Oh well. Oh, Zappy's got a 5 grid penalty. I didn't see what that was for. It didn't pop up. Beto. Ooh. Wait. It says Tobstrugs is eliminated. So it is 15th that got eliminated. I thought it was just the 16th. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 cars have been eliminated, but Tobstrugs has got a lap time that should be about P10. In fact, faster than P10. I'm so confused. Why does it say Tobstrugs is eliminated? Oh, wait, so Tobstrugs did crash. So he had the lap time for P9, whatever it was, but because he crashed, he still got eliminated. I thought he manually retired. So 6 cars eliminated in Q1. Cobra's just manually retired in the pits. Excuse me? That's a sandbag if I've ever seen it. I knew there was something wrong with the game. I was so confused there. Quite liking this little announcer giving us some history in the background. Who's furthest ahead? It is Entity. I'm gonna go for an off-board because my ears are killing from how loud the engines are in this game. Sporting the number 90 on his McLaren. Honestly, it looks like he's on a flying lap here, but he's just on an outlier. He's absolutely zooming. Really getting a move on. Let's actually quickly put the telemetry back on. There we go. Well, looking at how hard he's pushing, his tyres must be cooking. Let's see if he cooks on this lap. First lap of Q2, it's going to be the McLaren of Entity. P2 in the last session by quite some margin to P3. Let's see what he can muster up. Caught the rear curb, caught the curb on his rear tyres there. Don't think it will lose him too much time. Pretty smooth through 4 and 5. Launches it through the S's. Absolutely flying. Go for an onboard. Right, so King Cobra's gone for his T. That is some serious sandbag. Not just because he's putting the weight on. I mean, who said that? Horrible person. Anyways, like, you should play in mid-race. Anyways, NC absolutely flying. Comes up to the end. What? 59.5 he's just done through the first 2 sectors. That's over a second faster than some of the laps I was watching in Q1. Absolutely soaring in that McLaren. As Lewis Hamilton said, the McLaren truly is a rocket ship and Entity's using its full power. Up to the line now. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 26.5 for the McLaren. What a lap. Going to jump back to Bolt. He's the next across the line. Bit of a slow lap for him, only a 28.2. What's Furious going to do? 27.8 puts him P2 provisionally. Who will it be next? It's going to be Ratty. He only set a minute 04. We kept it really close to the line. 27.6 goes second fastest. Who's next? Will be Mippy out across the line. 26.9 goes even quicker. That's P2 again for him. Max Husley up to the line, 4th. And at this rate, it honestly looks like a battle for P2 because Entity with an absolutely blistering lap and no one's even close to him. Got nearly half the drivers to set a lap and the gap's 4/10. So Semi's got to be careful through the pit lane. That's going to be some damage. Yep, you can see there then, plates off. That's going to take some time to repair. But he's got 10 minutes. Beto's coming out early for once. That's pretty nice to see. No one's on a lap, right? Who's gonna... Will it be Beto first to start the lap, I think? Should be Beto. I think Beto is gonna be the next one to begin the lap. So we'll stay on board with him. The man from Romania. Just for good measures if he wanted to get a move on. Oh, never mind, I was going to see the Williams up his arse, but Ratty pits. Here we go then, Mr. Beto, what can you do in that house? You can nearly stick it in a wall apparently. Let's have none of that. Do you want to watch Deffy's lap though? Because Deffy was the one up there. And no offence to Beto, he's a lovely, lovely bloke, and he's sporting the best livery on God's earth. But it does look a bit sloppy, so we're going to jump behind to Deffy. P1 in Q1, and that car looks grippy as hell. Jesus, he's launched it through the S's, fastest middle sector with a 32.0. Flies round the bank corner at 105 mile an hour, storming it in that Alfa Romeo. It really is a 2-horse race so far in the Tier 1 qualifying. Oh, looks like he cut the wall there. Don't know if there's a bit of lag, but he seems to get a pretty good exit anyways. Let's just hope for his sake it was just a bit of lag on my end, and he's absolutely flying in his Alfa Romeo. Up to the end of the first sector, it's about 8/10 slower than Entity's middle sector apparently, but it's purple. Well, it'll be 8/10 slower than his first 2 sectors combined. if my maths are right. He's going to come round the final corner now. Beto has just put a P3, not as bad of a lap as I thought, 3/10 clear of the car behind, but he's 4/10 off the pace ahead. Definitely up to the line, only a 27.4. He can definitely go faster than that. I'm going to predict that he did indeed hit the wall, so that's well off his true pace. I'm going to jump back now to the man, the myth, the legend, Reese Brooks. He shows Deffy what a true hero does through that chicane. Makes it look clean as anything. Down the second DRS straight now, coming to the end of sector 2. About a similar first two sectors as Deffy actually. Purple for Reese. Didn't look as nice as an exit as Deffy though. But he's going to come flying down the back straight now, into the final corner. Gets it slowed down nicely, pretty good exit speed. Slight wobble, but that's not going to affect him too much. Up the line, it's going to be 27.5 for Reese. Puts him P5. Pardon me, got the hiccups. It's going to be Walden next across the line in his Aston Martin. .209 mile an hour down the back straight, nicely through the final corner. Cleaner exit than Reese got. Let's see where he puts it. Hugs the pit lane line. 27.7. It's only P8 for the Aston Martin. I've just seen Thunder clap the wall on his exit. Driver's really struggling through that little section there. 59A for the first two sectors. I don't get it because he's hitting all these walls, but he's setting faster sectors than anyone. His Alpine's flying here. To be fair, I think he set his lap in Q1 on medium, so he's definitely going to be up there with Semi, Engsity and Deffy when Deffy sets a better lap. But let's see what Thunder can do. He's not coming in the pit lane, he is setting his lap. 26.8, only 3/10 off, and he hit a wall 3 times. Wow, 59.8 I think it was, coming out of the second sector. He's not on a lap, neither is he. Reese is coming in the pits. Furious is over a second up on his lap. He's flying as well actually. Cars are definitely closing the gap to the leaders. I didn't mention that could be a possibility. Track getting faster too. Let's see what Furious can do in his middle sector. 59.4, 1.2 seconds quicker. This could be an absolutely stonking lap from Furious if he can make it stick through the final sector. He's only got 2 straights to go, 1 corner. And for what it's worth, it's a pretty easy corner to nail. As you see him launch it in, get a good exit, and for Furious this could be a very good lap for him. But be careful not to invalidate. 26.3 for the AlphaTauri, fastest of the day. Puts him P1 of course. And his teammates behind him, he's coming in the pits actually. Zappi, we've seen him start his lap just before, he's now come to the end of it. Through the final corner. Pretty good exit for the Mercedes. What's it going to be? 27.5, P9 for him. Where's Max? He's 6/10 up through the first sector alone. DRS wide open now as he begins the charge into the final chicane. Over a second up, 59.6 middle sector. That's the fastest middle sector again. He's looking at an easy top 4 here with this lap. 210 mile an hour down the back straight for Max. McLaren really is a rocket ship. Him and Exi's proving it. Good exit on the final corner. Up to the line. 26.5, it's P3. 3 1,000s off his teammate. Max, it's not going to bother him too much. I'm pretty sure he's safe, but little ego battle there he might have with his teammate. Loses out in Q2, but he's not far off it, Max. looking good in that McLaren. Oh, Ratty, he had the fastest middle sector, 6 tenths up, but a big rear shake coming out of the final chicane. Still should be a fairly decent lap, maybe only lost a tenth and a half with that little mistake. A bit wide through the final corner as well, has to avoid the wall. He is going to set this lap, oh, really tight to invalidate, it's a 27.0, bang on, goes P7. Into the pits.
2012 is F112, the F152 in 2014, and the SF90 in 2019. If you're looking for consistent names, you won't find that around here. Some interesting milestones in F1 history for you. Lewis Hamilton entered the 800th race held in 2008 at Singapore. up with Ferrari chassis names? Well, right from the first entry in 1950, Ferrari had 4 different chassis, from the 125 to the 375, whereas confusingly, by 1969, Ferrari were using the 312/68 and the 312/69. 1980 saw Ferrari using the 126 chassis model, before moving on to the 126 in 1980. In 1990,
Alright, I'm back, and I've just caught Jonas doing a wall ride. I think it was Jonas. What was that? Why was there a Red Bull wall ride? What just happened? I wish I'd seen like how he's managed that. Everyone's in, not everyone actually. Why does it say exit? They're pin. Is it a red flag? I think it's a red flag. My game's just glitched. Ah. Because I know I can see the safe car, but why does this so many cars in the pit? And he didn't go in the pits. But he has swapped tyres. You can see that. Where's Fury still first by 20 seconds? Because he's ahead of the safe. My game's glitched, like bad. I'm gonna leave and get a new invite because my game's so glitched. Thank you, Reese, for the invite. Oh. Right. Hope my game's fixed. Oh, there we go. Furious is down in 6th now, and Beto, the absolute hero, leads. Poor lad. Yes. Bolt is behind him, he was already pit, so his undercuts work massively pitting under the VSC. And is only on 4 lap old tyres. Beto's on 7 lap old tyres. When did he was the pit lap 1, I didn't see that. Did not see Beto pit on lap 1. Apparently everyone's pit on lap 1. Guess my game was glitched then, I don't know. take this off the now. Position changes. Topstroke and Ethan both up 11 positions. Bolt up 9 and Beto up 6. Currently in the lead. Safety car is going to be in this lap. We're going to go on board of Bolt. Actually, oh, there's contact with. That might be a penalty for Topstrokes if the game's harsh on him. He's pulling me the wheel with the half tire. That is not allowed. Beto's gone. Topstrokes get down the dumps, but from 4th downwards, horrible starts. Beto is going to, well, should maintain the lead unless Bolt does something stupid. Topstrokes is going to look for the inside on his fresher medium tyres. Bangs tyres with the AlphaTauri. He's going to storm it round the outside. Through turn 3 now, into turn 4 we go. Great move from Topstrokes on the restart, and Beto for now is in the lead. 3-lap older tyres and a harder compound. It's going to be hard to maintain this lead from a Topstroke which has looked very quick today. Seen an incredible move that he made on the Aston Martin earlier. Here we go then. It's already started. Only 2 tenths the gap. Beto's going to have to do some wonders in that half to keep the lead. Got some movement at the back. Furious wheel to wheel the Aston Martin. We've got another crash with Jonas, and that's another VSC. Class. We've got Anxiety ghosted. He's P12 on softs. And both Red Bulls are out, basically in the same position. So it was Semi who did the wall right the first time round. Shadow lets the McLaren through. Anxiety's flying. What's Anxiety doing? Is he going to try and pit? I think he's trying to just storm around the pit. I don't think he's got time though. He's just overtaking everyone. Topstrokes gets a penalty. He gets a warning for extending track limits into the pits. Beto's going to pit as well from the lead. That means Bolt takes the lead. Bolt did have some pretty good pace before, but was stuck behind Beto whilst on the softs. Pitted early under a VSC, and now after a few more, well, it's actually a full safety car now, takes the lead. I have to go back to the tyre allocation. We've got some more pit stops. Shadow goes onto the softs. Topstrokes goes to hards. Beto on mediums, trying to make them go 15 laps to the end. You see cars like Furious up in P4, freshest of the hards. Zappi in his Mercedes, 3-lap old mediums. He could possibly go the distance, you know. Especially with Reese, we're looking at a very interesting race all across the board. Ethan's probably going to start struggling on them 8-lap old 1 mediums. Same with Deffy down in P9. Some very fast, fresh tyre cars behind him. But as everyone closes up the safety car, we should have one more lap behind it, and then we can get back underway for the 6th time or something. it in this lap? It is. Safety car in this lap then. Bolt's gonna round the pack back up. As we go for our 6th restart or something in 11 laps. Got lots of cars side by side at the back. Big hold up. When's Bolt gonna go? He's gonna leave it late or is he gonna storm it early? Goes a bit wider. Ethan goes for an inside line. Bolt's gone. Ethan, terrible exit. Walder as well, didn't really catch him. Big contact at the back. Steffi's out the session. Get in. I don't know, he manually retired in the pits and leaves. To the front here as Max manages to stay ahead of Cobra. Look for the inside line but backed out of it. Danny's retired. He's actually retired on track. That's good. Please let me know the safe car. Bolt manages to keep his lead. Furious looking for an overtake on Walter. 3 lap pressure tyres. He's going to storm around the outside. He's not going to find the grip, and that's going to invite Zappi on the fast and medium tyres. Doesn't manage to make it down the inside. Oh, big contact there on the back of the AlphaTauri. Gets a better exit as well. Drain in the battery. Furious just managing to stick into his position. He's going to go for a move. Backside. Back again, furious after another mistake. Manchester recovered back up to P4. We saw Max make an amazing move. Max is in the lead. Now you see that. Max is taking the lead after a triple overtake in the middle sector. And Bolt under some serious pressure from Zappi, Furious and Bolt. Thunder's just made a move down the inside of Walder. Through the banked hairpin. There's top fives. Really heating up. Zappi is going to get the better exit. He's going to switch back. Bolt out of the chicane, and Furious is going to go through as well. Both get DRS. I don't think Bolt's got DRS. No, he doesn't. He's going to be in some serious pressure from Reese. Reese gets awfully close to his rear wing. Not enough to make contact. Yeah, Bolt really struggling for grid. You see Reese all over him, ready for an attack. Ooh. That was close. Bolt getting right in front of him. Contact made between Furious and Zappi. Furious is going to get the better exit, but he's not going to have the DRS. Zappi's done it with the DRS, and that means he's going to get re-overtaken by his teammate. Thunder's in a wall down the street. That's going to be a safety car. It might even be a red flag if it's turned on. Massive contact. Is it not a safe car? Thunder's just been put in the pit wall. And a 2-second gap now between Max and P2. And this gap's all over. Reese must have got damage somewhere. He's struggling, drop all the way down to P8. Gets back past Beto. Beto lets him through. And now Reese can continue his charge. Oh, big hit into the wall as he loses the car. Beto's back through. And Josh Meister gets back through as well. Beto on the freshest tyres of anyone in competition, really, on the mediums. Got a big 1.6 gap to close out the car ahead with Josh hot on his tail. Reese lucky to not have any damage. I don't know if he does. Doesn't look, looks fresh of damage after two big mistakes. Bolt and Top Jugs both with penalties. Bolt is a 5-second. Didn't see what that was for. Zappi's up 16 positions up in P2. He's got Furious for company on his mediums. Is going to start getting a tyre advantage. He's going to wait, going to play it smart this time. He's going to let Zappi take the lead through that corner. Top Jug does hit Bolt. Bolt's still going to get the better exit and his DRS. I'm going to jump back ahead. Furious now with DRS wide open, draining the battery. Going to make a move down the inside. Here we go then. Zappi holds it down the inside, gets a bit too much curb, forces Furious wide. Furious still going to get a better exit, holds his line, takes P2 in the race. But with too much curb. He's going to be alright for now. Going to jump back behind as Enxy joins the battle in his McLaren. His teammate leading. Max with a great drive ever since he made that triple overtake, just never looked back. Absolutely flying in that McLaren on the hards. We've got another crash. Shadow has retired in the middle of the sector. I don't know why that hasn't. I think. Oh, because you can only have 3 full safe cars, can't you? Or something like that. So there can't be another safety car no matter how big the crash is. Because they've already used them all. So crashes aren't going to affect this race. It's just going to be pure pace and who can keep it on track. Safety cars aren't going to be there for safety anymore. Anxiety really closing up to the back of Tobes Jugs. He will get both these positions. He's a net P4 now with penalties, but he definitely wants to go further than that. As you can see, his teammate up ahead in P1. Zappi this time around is going to get the DRS, going to look for a wider line. Gets a bit of a wobble though. Fury's going to be draining the battery. It's not going to be enough though. Here we go then, he baits him to the outside, looks to the inside, brakes much earlier. There's contact between him and Furious. Furious is going to hold his line again. Will he get the better traction? Zappi with the outside line, gets the better exit, and is going to get the move as we go now into turn 4. Walter, another retirement. He retires in the pit lane manually. Both too much curb, Top Strokes all over the back of him. He's looking for the move on the exit of the SS, but has a wobble. He goes too aggressive. Now here comes Eggsy. Not close enough. And jump back to second and third battle. This is really heating up between Furious and Zappy. They've been back and forth all lap, but Furious looks closer than ever this time round. Through the chicane, gets a great line, might even be able to get him before the third sector, but he seems a good driver. Might not want to overtake him too early, because then he's going to get the DRS. Top Shock! Zappy pushes him in a wall, sorry, and he's just nearly done a backflip. Furious down to P6. No pun intended, but he's going to be furious in that cockpit, and there'll be some serious words with Zappy, as Furious was looking for an easy podium, and definitely a P2. Zappy now 5/10 clear, and the two cars behind him have penalties. Zappy's just nearly confirmed himself a podium with that disgraceful bit of driving. Very questionable. Probably going to have a penalty coming his way actually. Top Strokes gets a good exit, stays ahead of NC. Still looking for this move on Bolt, hasn't been able to get past him yet. He's going to launch it up the inside. Has to make sure he doesn't hit the rear wing of his teammate. Bolt's going to firm it after getting a bit of contact. Slight wobble on the exit, the wheel. NC looks to get involved as well. Makes contact with the rear wing of Bolt. Both AlphaTauris go wide and NC's just stuck behind them. There's not enough space for him to get around. He's got the pace, but he just can't get past them. Bolt with some great defending. Lets Top Strokes through by accident, actually. Here comes NC now. Finally gets a bit of space on the exit. He's going to look for the outside. Bolt brakes early. Not going to be able to carry enough speed now. And NC goes swooping around the outside. Clean as you like. Great move from NC. Puts him up to P4. Net P3. And he's looking already for the move on the Top Strokes. Great exit. Gaining. DRS not even active yet. 8th gear now. Draining the battery. And DRS wide open. Let's see if Top Strokes recreates what his teammate did. No, he doesn't. Leaves the space. And now Top Strokes going to get DRS, but does he want to stay behind? Top Strokes is going to look for the re-overtake. Backs off the DRS. Who's going to brake late? This might invite Bolt to come back and attack them as they're fighting over the DRS. I believe NC is going to get it. It looks like Top Strokes went back on the accelerator. Who's going to get DRS? It's going to be Top Strokes. Top Strokes gets the DRS. NC is now under threat from Bolt. Bolt stormed it. Isn't able to get a move. It was too late to dive down the inside. Great car position from NC. He keeps it on the P4. And Top Strokes done a great job to stay in P3. But look at Furious. The pace that he's got in this car, he's catching up to them already after being put in a wall and done a wall ride. What a drive Furious is putting on for us. As he's just got so much grip compared to everyone else. He's already gained 5/10 through 3 corners alone on the Bolt. Bolt is struggling, mine, and dropping off from NC. But he is going to let his teammate through here. Surely there's no way Bolt holds up Furious. The pace difference is so extreme. Max Houston run away with it, then 3 seconds the gap. Zappy should be safe even with a penalty coming his way. Top Strokes 3 seconds behind as well and is holding up everyone else. Furious within a 5/10 gap now of his teammate. DRS wide open. NC's going to go around the outside, back to the inside for the chicane. And Top Strokes is going to run wide. NC's going to get a much better exit, but hits a wall. Shouldn't lose him too much time. What's going to happen now? Bolt all over the back of Top Strokes. You can see Furious in the background. But here we go. Down the start finish straight. NC needs a good exit. Top Stroke and Bolt are going to get DRS. He looks to hold the inside line. Because it's curved, they're not going to have to swerve so much. Already wheel to wheel and ahead way before the braking zone, and so is Bolt. But Bolt brakes early, stays behind the McLaren. Looks for the switchback. Will he find the grip? NC completely blocked in here by the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri. But Bolt's not going to get the grip. NC should stay ahead. Yeah, Bolt lets Furious through. Let's see what Furious can do between these two cars. Oh, Top Strokes gets on the curb. He's going to run over it, and here comes Bolt. Bolt should get him here. Top Strokes going to have to put in some serious defence. Drain the battery. He's even going to look for an overtake back on the Furious. Not enough grip. Keeping it close though. Will get DRS again. NC looks just to edge out of the 1 second gap, but he's not going to do enough just yet. Furious gets too much on the curb, and here comes Top Strokes with another great exit. He's just been a nuisance. He has all three Josh Master, sorry. as a penalty, not Furious actually, but Top Truck's with this penalty, he's just been a nuisance to Furious, no real reason to battle this. He's just holding him up. It's the gap at 8th, 10th now, but with DRS wide open, it's going to come flying down. Furious had to drain some battery. NC's battery's completely dry. Bolt. Actually, let's check the penalty. He's got the 5 second. It's Bolt, right? Yeah, Bolt with the 5 second. He should just stay P6. Maybe because Reese is 3 wide. 3 wide. Beto makes the switch back and makes a double overtake, I believe. Righty then, gonna stick behind the ass of Beto, looks to get DRS down the back straight. Equal on battery, tyre disadvantage though. Beto with the advantage on the mediums, although actually at this point in the race I'd say the hards look faster. And look ahead from now, NCE's got the DRS on the Furious, is gonna make the overtake nice and easy. Now here comes Ratty. Should be nice and easy for him. Swoops to the outside. What's Beto going to do? He's going to try and brake late, hold his line, might look for a switch back. Bolt's DNF'd. Bolt's crashed out 5th place, comfortably as well. And that's a place where we've seen 3 cars DNF this race. And Bolt is out, promoting everyone up a position from 5th downwards. That's going to put Ratty in the top 5. Beto's 6th, but he should be able to stick on the back of Ratty. Josh and Reese, both equal on penalties, really battling out here hard for the P7. Josh awfully close. He's pushing Reese through most of these corners, but Reese is just hanging on because of DRS. Don't know if there was a tyre disadvantage. Oh, it's a 1 lap advantage for Josh. Well, at this point in this race, it might be making quite a big difference. Josh hasn't really had to do much battling up until this point. He's just eased his way through the race. Gonna save himself through this corner. I saw a nice switch back that he did on Reese just earlier, that exact corner. But now Josh with the DRS wide open. Reese is going to close the gap, but he's going to open it now. Be respectful of Josh, who's going to brake later. Josh should get DRS as well on the exit. Reese broke just a bit too late. Never mind. Reese is going to get it. Sweeps back past. Thought for sure the Haas was well ahead at the DRS line. Beto also makes a move on to Ratty. And for now, Furious is just sticking behind Anxie. He can't quite make the overtake on them. Ratty's ran off. Contact with a wall. He's going to lose a lot of time to Beto. He might even get out of the 1 second. Beto clears Ratty by 1.1 seconds. That's huge for his race. So now the real action is just going to be for P7 between the Ferrari of Josh Meister and the GOAT himself, Reese P07. Ratty does actually close the gap down by 3/10. Gonna get DRS. Josh again. Look at the grip advantage he's got through that corner. He's just pushing Reese through every single corner. It was a bit wider that time, not as tight as he would have liked it. Not a great exit. With DRS, we'll be able to close back up. Ratty closes this gap. Furious. He's going to storm it around the outside of NCE. Into the final corner. NCE looks a bit close his rear wing. He's going to follow him through, slight wobble. Oh, this is the last lap. Furious has got him on the last lap. I didn't even realise. Furious comes home to P3 just at the end. Ratty and Beto wheel to wheel. Beto stays ahead for now, but Ratty will get the better exit. Will he get the DRS into the final straight? I think Beto's going to hold it for P5. Beto holds it. Who's going to come out ahead of Reese and Josh? Here comes Reese. Oh, he just tries to take Josh out. Josh beats him in the end, but your race winner, Max Husley. I didn't even realise what a drive from the McLaren. Fair play to him. I do apologise for not realising it was the last lap. Deserved a much bigger reaction than that. Absolutely fantastic drive in his McLaren. Triple overtake was definitely the highlight of his race. After pitting earlier, had the fresher tyres. Sorry, pitting later, had the fresher tyres, and just swooped it around 3 cars. The exit he must have got was unreal. Bit of contact between them, but he made it work. That's going to be 25 points on the board for him. 37 for McLaren. What a drive from them two. 4th on the grid. Zappy, driver of the day, without a doubt. I mean, questionable what he did with Furious, but even if he was 3rd, that's still 18th to 3rd. Great drive from him, but I can easily see a penalty sticking him down to maybe about a P4. I don't think it'd go much extremer than a 5 or 10 seconds, so top 4 for Zappy from 18th on the grid. Fantastic drive. Beto as well. Josh from 19th on the grid. I told you, he made it look almost easy. Not really in any battles, just gaining the positions as they were crashing, and at the end he really unleashed his pace. He's shown it, pushing Reese through the corners and managed to get him at the end. But only 9 finishers, as Bolt and Tobbs Jugs do get classified. So Bolt's going to get a point despite crashing on the second last lap. But I mean, actually another highlight would be F1 Semi sticking it on a wall ride. That has been the Tier 1 Saudi Arabian race. We'll see you again next week. Don't know what race it is, don't ask me, but wow.